What's going on, Fireflies? It's me, NeonMUA, and I am back for another video. As you can see, I have no makeup on. Today's video is actually going to be a tutorial, but it's going to be a different tutorial than usual. I'm actually going to be doing a tutorial on my brows. I'm actually going to show you guys 3 different ways that I do my brows. One for my everyday uses, my IG glam brows, if you will, and how I block down my brows for certain looks. As always, you guys, make sure you go ahead and give me a huge thumbs up on this video and support. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I upload the videos. And also make sure you guys are checking out my channel for a giveaway I am doing. I am giving away all 7 of the new Wet n Wild MegaGlo Hello Halo liquid highlighters. All the details for that giveaway will be listed down below. So you guys want to make sure you enter that because that giveaway ends March 15th. And without further ado, we're going to get right into this eyebrow tutorial. Let's go. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to show you 3 different ways that I do my brows. Each way I've shown in different videos, so this one's going to be a more detailed version of those ways. The first one I'm going to show you guys is how to blot down your brows. I tend to do this more for my extravagant looks. I've done it for a couple of videos that I've done for my color spectrum series, which you guys should watch out. There will be a icon right here so you guys can look at that. This is the way that a lot of drag queens do it, a lot of theater people do it. My way is just how I picked up and learned from that. So here we go. I'm just going to do everything on one brow because it's a lot of work. So I'm just going to take a comb and I'm going to comb and push that up. The next thing I do is taking glue stick and just run it through my brows. The kind of glue stick I use is the Elmer's purple glue stick. A lot of drag queens use it. A lot of people will tell you to use this. It's pretty good. It's cheap, affordable, it gets the job done. Let's do it. So what you're going to do is take this, and you actually, because I have thicker brows, I like to take it and run it against the pattern of my brows just so that it gets coated fully. Once you get that pretty coated, I take the comb again, and I will brush it up and out. So kind of going in the same direction that my brows grow, but you're going to push it up at the same time. And if you're like me, your brows are a tad bit thick, so it's okay to just go back in with that glue stick and reinforce that glue. Just make sure you're pushing it up. Next, I will just go in with a powder puff and take some powder. I'm just using some Airspun Powder. Take that and just press that into the brow. Once that's pretty dried down, you can take this or take a powder brush, just brush away some of that excess. If you have thin brows, maybe 1 layer will be enough. If you're doing drag, I suggest you do more because you're going to be sweating and doing a whole lot. If you have thick brows like me, you want to do some more layers. So once that's dried down, just go back in with the stick, and I know it's a little weird because it's already powdered down, but it'll be fine. Just go back in with the stick, and you're gonna go in that same direction the hair has been brushed up, because you, like I said earlier, you don't want to disrupt the pattern that your hair is already in. And again, once that's done, take the powder, press that into the brow, brushing away the powder. And I guess at this point you can stop for if you have average brows. If you need to go in with another layer, you can, depending on the kind of look you're doing, depending on foundation, because if your foundation is going to be full coverage, then you don't necessarily have to do more than this. This is pretty good for me. I think I did a pretty good job of getting all the brows coated. So 2 layers is good right here. Like I said, if you're practicing, you still don't understand, if you're a little worried, do 3 or 4 layers and there you go. After this, I go in with color correcting. This is just going to help get rid of the cast that comes from your brows. If you have black brows or dark brown brows, you want to make sure you're color correcting with orange. If your brows are red, if you're a ginger, or if you have anything lighter, I would look into, you know, blotting down with green, because green cancels out red. And just be mindful of the color of your brows when you're color correcting. I have black brows, as you can tell, so I am going in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Peach. Is that the color Peach? I'm sorry, this is the color Orange Corrector, obviously. So I'm taking that and I'm just gonna go and brush that in the same direction that you brush the glue. Again, being mindful not to disrupt your brow pattern. And you're gonna go back in one more time with that powder. This is why I like using Airspun, because you get so much powder out of it. So take that powder one more time and you're just gonna press it in to that color corrector. Wipe away the powder. Now, you want to make sure that you do this next step, because otherwise it's going to get real chunky and you don't want oatmeal brows or oatmeal face or what have you. So you want to take a wipe, either a baby wipe or a makeup wipe, whatever have you. And you just want to go and wipe off as much as the excess as you can without disrupting the brow. Alright you guys, and that is how I blot down my brows for anything. Now you can go in with your foundations, your primers, anything of that nature. Just be mindful that you do this step before you prime. Okay, because wiping that all off is just going to wipe away the primer. Also, make sure you guys, whenever you apply your foundation, that you apply it, try to apply it in the upward motion, just so you don't disrupt the brow. If you blot it down enough and you feel like you're good, then you can brush down. But I strongly suggest that you brush up in the direction that your brows have been combed up into, simply because it'll make it easier, and then the final part will look so much better. So yeah, this is how I blot down my brow. And for those of you who wonder, like, if blotting down your brows is bad for your hairs, what have you, the glue that you use is washable. Also, drag queens do this like 5-6 days out of the week, and if their brows are still intact, then your brows will still be intact. It's all going to be okay. This is safe for your eyebrows. Now we're going to move on to the next brow, which is my everyday brow. Alright guys, the next one I'm going to show you how I do my brows is my everyday brow. This is for when I am at work, if I just need a little sprucing for my brows on a daily basis. If the look is pretty simple, chilled, laid back, relaxed, this is the kind of brow look that I go for. I'm just going to brush up the hairs of my brow. So I'm just going to take this, and this is just going to make sure that I am drawing in the hair shape or the brow shape correctly. Next, I'm just going to go in and use a brow pencil. I like to use the Benefit Goof Proof Brow. Hi, Benefit Goof Proof Brow. Where you at? There we go. The Benefit Goof Proof Brow. Look at it. And I go in the places that my brow is the most sparse. So right up here at the top of the arch is where I start. And then I just go up at the front and kind of brush in the color a little bit. And I'm just trying to even out the color of that brow. Next part I do is just go back in with that spoolie and I brush up towards the front, just in case I got a little too heavy-handed with the brow. And I'll also take it down around the tail just to clean it up a little. Alright you guys, if you wanted to, you could stop here, but for me, I always like to make sure that my brow has an under highlight, so I just go in with a little bit of concealer. When it comes to cleaning up my brows, I always try to go in with concealer. The concealer of my choice is usually either Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer or the NYX HD Concealer. So today I'm going to be using NYX HD Concealer. And what I can do is take some of that, put it under the brow. And then I like to go on with a concealer brush, either a round or flathead. I personally like using the flathead concealer brushes. So I take that, and then I'll just start shaping it under the brow. So you can just take that, Tap it with your ring finger to help blend it out. And if you want, you can take it down to your eye to help prime your eyes whenever you do your eyeshadow. And then I like to go in with a pencil after I clean up my brows. Today I'm taking the Benefit Precisely My Brow. I'm just gonna shape up the tail just so I can make the brow at least look a little bit natural in the front, but make that tail sharp, because I always feel like a sharp tail on the eyebrow is the best eyebrow. So I'm starting right around the arch and taking it down, and then I just go in and fill in any sparseness in the tail. And this next step is pretty optional, but if you feel like you need your brows to stay in place. Today I'm using the e.l.f. Brow Gel in the color Clear. So I'm just gonna take that, and on my natural brow days, I take that and focus it more in the front and around the arch. You can just kind of brush through the rest, but my main focus of this is, like I said, around the arch and towards the front of the brow. Alright, and that is how I do my everyday brow. The brow still kind of looks pretty natural, but it is clean at least. So this is what I like to do on my everyday looks. I'm just going out, what have you. So this is my everyday brow. The last brow I'm going to show you guys is how to do my glam brow, which is also known as the IG brow. So I'm going to show you guys my version of the Instagram brow. Alright you guys, the last brow I want to show you is my glam brow. This is the brow that I tend to use for a lot of my tutorials, a lot of my IG posts. Okay, so like with my everyday brow, you're going to first start off by brushing the hairs of your brow up. Next, you're going to go in with some brow pomade. I personally like using brow pomade because it's going to stick. It's easier to shape and mold into the spot that you need, and it looks better to me. Not me, there we go. The brow pomade I'm using is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. I am using the color Granite. What I have to do is take some of that on a flat angled brow brush, and I start usually between the arch and the front of the brow, and I brush up, and then I take it down to the arch, and then once you got most of that product dispersed, then you go back to the front and you work in little segments up forward. Start working that product into the brow. After that, I go in at the bottom of the brow and following pretty much that same technique, starting at the middle, working out and connecting that tail at the end. And what I like to do is take a little bit more product and work towards the front, because I like to help ground the bottom of my brow at the front because it's so sparse. I'm just filling in as necessary, taking a little bit of it in the front and just blending it back. Then taking the spoolie, you can brush up if you feel like the line at the bottom is too intense, and brush back to help make that gradient. And that is starting to look like the Instagram brow now. Next, what I like to do is take some more of that brow pomade, and I'm going to create hair strokes at the very front. This is a technique that NYX Tutorials is famous for doing. I love it. I personally love the way it looks, so I just take some of that, make sure the brush is nice and flat, and just stroke up. And out. And of course, if it's too intense, take that spoolie again. Alright, so as you can see, there's a little bit of brush strokes at the front, and then most of the brow is blackened, nice and intense, just the way I like it. Then, like with my everyday brow, I use concealer to help clean it up. So I'm, again, taking that NYX concealer, going at the bottom, and I'm actually going to take this one on the top this time. Then I go in with a flat concealer brush, and I just work it up and sharpen up the brow. Same technique, and go in at the top. Starting to look like that meme that goes around on Twitter and Instagram so much. When Bae said he's 5 minutes away and you look like this. Yeah, that one. Now when you get to the front, like when you fill in your brows, try to work from the middle towards the front, just so that you don't use too much product, because the goal of the Instagram brow is to have an ombre look. Just don't over conceal the front, because then your brows start to look blocky. Then I like to go in either with my ring finger or the concealer brush. I personally have fallen in love with using the concealer brush as of lately. So I am taking the e.l.f. concealer brush, and I'm just going to go and blend that. And like before, you can take that concealer and blend it down into your eyelid to help prime the eye for your eyeshadow. I also like to go on with my finger at times if I need to just blend things out a little bit more. Because the finger, honestly, because of the warmth of your skin, it helps blend it out more. So again, like with the everyday brow, I'm going to go and shape up or re-intensify that brow shape. I'm actually going to go in with a different brow product for the shape up of this. I'm going to take the CoverGirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil, and I'm going to use that to shape up the brow. And I love this pencil because it is very tiny and it is very precise, like the thing says. And again, if this is a look that you need to sit, if you need it to last a long periodically time, just take that brow gel. When I use pomades and I need to use brow gel, I'm usually using it in the front of my brow, just so that those hairs sit up and give you that illusion, you know, just so the hairs sit up, so that the hairs you do have work in conjunction with the hair strokes that you drew. That is my Instagram brow. So you've seen me do 3 different brow techniques, and hopefully those brows will work for y'all. Alright you guys, that'll do it for today's video. I hope it was helpful for you guys. I've offered 3 different ways to do your brows, so hopefully at least one of these will help you out in the future. As always, you guys, before you leave, give this video a huge thumbs up, like, and support. Also make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I upload. I upload videos roughly twice a week, so you guys want to make sure that you're hitting that bell so that you don't miss the next one that comes up. And like I said, don't forget I am doing a giveaway on my channel. All the details will be listed down below in the description. Also make sure you guys follow me on all my social media accounts. That is Lionheart555 on Snapchat, as well as NeonMUA on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Vero. So you guys just join in on all the fun so you don't miss this. Alright guys, that'll do it for today's video. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time,